I mean, I can see why if you make it to the top, you never want to come down. I mean, who would want to make this climb again? Maybe put in like a fast travel portal or something. Oh. No! Oh. No!
Spray and pray, squeak, spray and pray.
I'm working on it. Prayer didn't go through. God's not listening. Oh! No, 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 no. She's good on stock. She's good on money. Yeah, you can have some extra. Can I get out, please? I'm about to get orders in. Angela, move the fuck out of my way. Come on. Oh. Oh. We don't have to go in here. We don't have to go in here. Ah!
Welcome into the K1K Podcast. I'm joined here, as you've just seen, by the one and only Mr. Squeaks Profane. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
God, we're just sitting here laughing at those little clips going through then. It was really actually some memories for us
Yeah.
both when I was there for a few of them. Oh, your reaction
Oh,
though to
God.
the horror of no, the only upright at the start, that was hilarious. He's cringing in the background, chat, if you did not know. Also, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that follow button. If you're not following Mr. Squeaks Profane, I'm sure there'll be a shout out in the chat, pinned to the chat here shortly. But yeah, we'll kick it off real quick. Quick Squeaks, if people who don't know who you are, who are you? What do you do?
I'm a squeaky pain in the ass that plays games and causes trouble, and the profane part comes from the lovely people that come in that try and sell me their artwork or how to get big with things, and I just ripped them a new one.
Fair play.
I haven't had any of them for like a year, so which has been quite nice.
Yeah, it's fair enough. So how long have you been streaming for in total? Because I know we met on Kick, obviously. But
yeah, we met here on Kick. In total, I started on Twitch.
On Twitch. Sorry.
Yeah. A long ass time ago.
How did you get into it?
And then I was bored, and I sat and talked to myself about playing games. Why am I doing this? What am I doing? Just reacting to what's going on screen.
Yeah.
And someone was like, you should probably stream because you're just an idiot playing games, talking to themselves. So, but I started streaming.
Fair play.
Yeah, that was why.
Particularly who got you into streaming, or was it just?
No, it was Smack the Streamer. Smack the Streamer. I used to work with him at a care company, and he streamed. And when he left the company before me and started streaming, and he was over and I was playing games, and he was like, "You should do it as well."
Oh, cool.
Kind of started doing it.
Oh yeah. By the way, Savage, thank you for letting me know my title hadn't changed. Thank you for that. A bit embarrassing. Got Gay in the chat, Zipperino in the chat, Mr. Savage in the chat, obviously Barbosa, aka K1K Podcast, in the chat as well. Thank you guys for joining us. If you guys have any questions for Squeaks, by the way, get them ready for towards the end, because we'll be doing a Q&A. Please keep them family friendly-ish, because this will be going up on YouTube as well. Which, yeah, I know, family friendly for me. Ooh, I know.
There was no question about anything going on YouTube here. What are you talking about? I was not informed of that. God damn it.
Oh, man. There we go. Had a little trouble with the chat popping up. So, yeah, what are you into? What games have you been playing? What games are you looking forward to, etc., on Kick? What makes you different, basically?
Not much. I'm just a general idiot that plays games and makes fun of himself while doing it.
Tag quiet? Is that me? Is that tag quiet? Is that better? Probably not. Is that better? I second this. Oh. Let me know if it's okay now. Maybe I gotta speak up. I'm just gonna get him on mic. Oh.
You know, who is it that's quiet? Is it me? Is it Dodge?
Shouldn't be.
Which
You're
one
getting
of us?
yellows for me on on Streamlab. I'll turn you up a bit, see if that works. Turn us both up. That should fix the problem.
Move the microphone closer.
Yeah.
Cause just the other day we were sat and chatting. We were like, you should try this, lower that. I'm like, okay. So I lowered everything, and now he's like, yeah, it's too quiet. It's too quiet.
Both you're a bit quiet, but Defo is definitely the quiet one. That's because I'm talking normal. I'm not shouting and screaming like I usually do. I'm actually like being normal. It's weird, isn't it? Speaking of abnormal, though, for people, well, I say abnormal, for different, I should say, people who are different. For those who don't know, we may as well address the elephant in the room, the voice. Yeah, you want to go into it, or?
Yeah, no, I'm more than happy to. I am an open book when it comes to it. But I can't stop staring at the fact you have your mouse over my forehead and it's like you're trying to grab me.
Sorry. There you go. Oh, man.
Just trying to grab me.
Oh, honky honk, little squeezy squeeze.
Yeah, like move it further south, like to the boobage or something.
There you go.
Yeah. But no, my voice and the name Squeak. When I was born with my heart completely back to front. So for everyone, if you put your hand on your heart, turn your hand around, and imagine your heart being completely backwards and all the wiring in your heart being spun all the way around your heart, causing it to restrict and be unable to pump blood as it should. So they went ahead and they gave me 3 heart operations by the time I was 6, and they rewired me essentially. Took me apart, put me back together, and while they were doing it, they cut the artery that goes from my heart to my left vocal cord. So your vocal cords work like this. They meet when you speak. Yeah. My left one doesn't move. So what you hear with the squeak is air passing through that can't be reverberated.
All right.
Yep.
There you go. So if you ever wonder why he's called Squeaks, or why his voice sounds a little squeaky, it's not a voice mod. As some people have guessed in the past. I've seen that in your chat sometimes. They think you've got a voice mod on. It's not that. It's a medical deficiency.
But the name Squeak is not anything to do with the medical side. It's just the story of how it started.
Yeah.
I was picked on through school because of my voice and called it Squeaky. So I took the name, what they were calling me, Squeaky, and turned it into Squeak, which became my nickname. And when they were all like, "Hey, Squeaky," I reached back, "Yeah, that's me." Bye.
Yeah.
And I all just stopped when they realized they weren't getting what they wanted.
Kind of turn a negative into a positive, basically.
Yep.
I really need to fix this mic issue. I don't know what the hell is going on with my mic right now. I'm going to have to shout in the fucking mic right now. Oh, if anyone who's wondering, Slobs did a big update. It's kind of fucked up all my settings. That's why it's like this right now. But yeah. So what type of games you typically play? I know you're more out there. You're not typically like the CODs, the Fortnites, the run-of-the-mill AAAs.
No, I prefer your lesser well-known games. Like at the moment, I'm playing Fall of Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon.
Yeah.
Which originally started as a Kickstarter for a board game. But it became so well-funded, they've turned it into 2 different PC games. One of the games is just the Tainted Grail, which is the board game, but on PC. and you need to collect all the cards and stuff throughout your exploration of the game, which just turns it into the board game. And then you've got the Fall of Avalon side of it, which is Skyrim more modern.
Yeah.
And we're doing bow dagger run just now, so we're playing a thief.
Oh.
And I've just learned the skill of slowing time whenever I draw my arrow, which makes things quite fun.
Was that the game you were terrified of a knight and I shit the absolutely made you shit your pants with a bluff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh god, that was hilarious.
No, it wasn't.
It was hilarious for me. I think I've just absolutely destroyed my audio settings right there. I just saw my mic hit the red, and I hate when it hits the red. Sorry about this, Squeaks. We should have really done like a little practice run, shouldn't we, with the audio? That's a my bad. See, now I fucked it up again. I made it go lower. Now it's higher.
No, I blame Gator.
Yeah, Gator's a good person to blame. Also Barbosa. He's supposed to be the producer here, to be fair. But yeah, what made you come to Kick? Because obviously you were on Twitch beforehand, so what made you come over here? Was it like a new shiny thing, or did you want to like restart, etc.?
No, it was the fact that everyone was bitching and moaning about Kick. It's like,
that
cool.
sounds like you.
Yeah, cool. If you want to see anything I do, I'll be over on Kick now. That you're all bitching and moaning about it. So I'll see you there. Oh. And everyone that followed me before was like, no, you'll never see us again. And I'm like, cool, good riddance, fuck off. And I've met so many more amazing people over here than I did on Twitch. Because everyone that I started with on Twitch was people I know real life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And now there's people in America. There's yourself at the other side of the UK. There's Panda, who's about 20 miles north of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the list just goes on and on.
Yeah, it's very multicultural, our little friend group at the minute, isn't it? Got we've got everyone from Canada to America to... I think that's about it, actually.
I've got one down in Australia.
Oh, okay. I think I've got Dantidote. I don't know. I haven't seen him for a bit, but yeah, I've got one in Australia too. In fact, he made my old neon sign that I used to have. That's a wild bunch for sure. Damn right it is. Both of you are a bit quiet. I'm sorry, I don't have time to. I don't have to control every audio settings. Listen, I need a fall guy, so there you go. And Cap's in the house. Hey, Cap, how you doing? While Squeaks is wearing a Captain America shirt as well. Hell yeah. Ugh.
This shirt was actually a gift.
Oh.
Yeah. My friend Ben got married to Millie, and he didn't know that me and Millie were doing the nasty.
Oh, lovely.
Before they got together and got married. So Millie bought him the t-shirt and me the t-shirt and gave it to both of us at the same time.
Oh, by the way, whoever is DMing me, I cannot switch over because when I do this happens. So it's not going to help. I can't really click off my screen. So if you're DMing me to try and give me information, try Twitter. Oh god, sorry about that.
Or DM it to me and I'll read it out for everyone to know.
What he said. I'll just put it in the Discord chat that we're in right now. So when it comes to Kick, like obviously it sounds like he did it out of spite, basically, which is very you, by the way. Very you.
I'm sorry, but if you want to spend your life moaning about stuff rather than finding out for yourself, you're just wasting so much of your time.
He says while moaning about those said people.
Yeah. But those people are still moaning that they're not getting anywhere over on Twitter.
Very true.
Twitch. Like, why not give it a go?
Yeah.
You never know unless you put that foot forward.
That's a very good way to be. Just balls to the wall, go for it. What's the worst that can happen type deal. It's the best way to be when it comes to streaming, honestly. But speaking of streaming, what are your goals when it comes to streaming? Because I know, I know some of your personal stuff. Like, I know this is technically your full-time, but it's not a full-time. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So what are your goals when it comes to it?
For me, it's literally just a way of having people to talk to and communicating with people. Because of the disabilities and everything I have, and after COVID and how it's affected my heart even worse,
Yeah.
I don't have the energy to go out places anymore and go to the park and all that. So the main way I talk to people and keep my sanity at a reasonable-ish level is through doing stuff like this and just sitting playing games and chatting away in Discord with all the wonderful people here.
Ooh. There you go. Speaking of, so you're very community based, and I know personally you play a lot of D&D. Why fascinating? What drives you towards like those type of games like D&D and stuff like that?
D&D, Call of Cthulhu, the Traveller system. I don't really play them anymore, but what drew me to them was the aspect of the writing, the creativity of, like, here's your base that you've got, and you can take the idea we initially give you and just scrumple it up and throw it away, or you can run with that idea.
Yeah.
My first year of playing, I ran with that idea, and then the second year, I built my own world and threw the monsters from the Dungeon Master's Guide into it, and yeah, it just got me into writing, which is another thing I do for my own sanity. I like to write.
I mean, you want to talk about your writing? Go for it. I mean, I'm sure people are pretty interested in what you do with the writing stuff. And I don't know why this
The writing stuff.
doesn't want to work.
The writing.
Sorry. Sorry. It's killing me. I keep watching the bar and it keeps going yellow, and then I turn my head ever so slightly. It goes to like half like green. And I'm like, just pick a spot. Sorry to cut you off.
I don't want to pick a spot. I'm going to be an awkward little buggery bar.
Oh man. But yeah, you're writing. Sorry.
Yeah, the writing became another thing that sort of keeps me sane, and that started with just creating these different fantasy worlds, and I've been working on it for like the last year.
Yeah.
Of taking the 5-6 years of D&D writing for Traveller and Call of Cthulhu, and I'm working on turning them into a book that I hope to one day get published.
Okay. Is that going to be your first book that you've done, or have you done this kind of thing before?
It'll be my first book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I've got a few things out on different websites which are freebies, but...
Speaking of freebies, do you want to give us a little taster of type of stuff you write? That look is to say fuck off now.
No.
Worth a shot, chat. Try to get you a little exclusive bit. Oh well.
I can give you a line one of the characters says that comes from an insult, and it also comes from Craig Allinson's book. Character Skippy. But it's an insult that really works, so I really want to be insulted before I use it.
Okay. So you want me to insult you, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do we have a volunteer from chat?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure someone in chat will give us a nice little bit of a roast on you. I don't know, you specky twat. Is that good?
Yeah. To go with a specky twat just makes me think of the fact that you are one of the many people that reads a science forum online telling you that Marmite is the next replacement and is just as good as Viagra.
Ouch. Jesus Christ. So aside from writing, you got anything like any other interests that like people might be interested in, or stuff to let us get to know you a bit more?
I play the out there games that not me. The Tainted Grail, I've only seen one other person playing it on Kick.
Yeah.
One other person. There's
Okay.
2 of us over the entire Kick community, which is insane. Because it is the brand new Skyrim, and Skyrim has such a massive following that isn't seeing or knowing that this game is even there, which is upsetting.
So, speaking of games and games you like, so when it comes to games, what's like your typical, like, I don't know, factor in, you know, click it on your wish list on Steam, for example? What's like that thing that grabs you? Or is it just very generalised, like if you just like the look of a trailer, you're like in the wish list type thing?
They're very open world exploration, like who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Kind of games. Open world games or linear quest games where it's straight down the middle. It's like you've got a path. You start in A and you've got to go to B.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But before you can get to B, there's A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. But all of them lead you to B. But you've got to pick the storyline that you want to get to B.
Okay, so you like a lot of diversity with story and exploration type stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So, any games that you've seen or maybe you've got on your wish list that coming up that you're really looking forward to dabbling in or giving a go?
Outer Worlds 2.
Outer Worlds 2, okay.
Is in there. The Last Caretaker is in there.
Yeah.
Iris Noctaria is in there. And, of course, Fable, God Save Birmingham, Light No Fire.
Birmingham.
Yeah, God Save Birmingham.
God Save Birmingham. Don't ever do that. Birmingham is a fucking shit sty.
The prologue, Go Walkabout, Go Way Back, sorry, looks absolutely amazing. The preview of that was brilliant, and the way that they're developing it is insane. They put the world aspect of it as a free game for you to play, and then they've released part 2, which is the prologue, and then they're releasing a game, part 3, and part 4, and part 5 is going to be the final game that takes all the parts and puts them into one big game.
Oh, okay. That sounds very interesting, actually. They're going to mesh all the games together at the end, but they're going to release them in like separate chapters, so to speak.
Yeah, it's separate chapters, but all the chapters are being combined into one game, and it's from the guys that made the game PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Oh, okay, so PUBG, okay.
Yeah.
Seems pretty cool, pretty interesting. Not gonna lie, that one might tickle me fancy. We got Bob Burst from the chat saying he's hyped for Light No Fire. Heard of that one?
Yeah, Light No Fire. Yeah, Light No Fire is the game coming from the makers of No Man's Sky.
Oh, I remember No Man's Sky. That was the one with all the planets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not too good when it goes to branching out of my comfort zone, but because of you, I know a couple.
Yeah, and Light No Fire is just one big world that you explore.
Okay.
It's literally the size of Earth, and the cars will take you as far as a car would now on the gas that you have.
Okay.
And that is it.
That's pretty interesting, to be fair. So, when it comes to games, have you got a favourite at the minute that you've been playing or have played, or has that changed? Because I know we've got one coming up later on in the show that you did pick, but maybe that's changed since you've started a new game. But what is your favourite game to play right now?
Right now, I would say go way back. The prologue, go way back. Because it's just pure exploration, and there's a horror aspect to it.
Yeah.
And pure survival. You've got to... You get a little flint sparker that you actually get, that you use in real life when you're camping.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking bad because you cannot control the amount of pressure you're putting on it or how much sparks you're getting off of it.
Yeah.
So I've found myself just sat at like the afternoon, like, oh cool, I'll set up a camp here, it's a nice place. Spark, 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 spark. And then it comes to 3 o'clock in the morning and it goes, you died. Because I couldn't get the fucking fire going with it. It's like, and then the next playthrough of it, it's completely different. It's a random number generation game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, kind of like how people do it with Minecraft, like they generate the world over and over again. Weird analogy to compare that game to Minecraft, by the way, but we're not going to go into that.
That's essentially what it is. That's what it is.
Okay.
It's completely redoes a new game.
It's just a good
Every time.
Minecraft.
Minecraft is a great game.
If you say so. We're not.
If it's your kind of thing.
Yeah. No thanks. Personally, no thanks. Never touch that game. Never will. Watch my son play it, and it just confuses the hell out of me. If I'm quite honest. Sorry. Got an itch.
Got an itch. Can you reach the itch, or are you gonna?
No, I can't. It's right in the middle of my back.
blue?
That's why I've been like this the whole time. Because it's right in the middle of my back, and I can't reach it.
Well, go to your door frame and just glue the bear.
Just gonna bare necessity. Bears necessity. Damn.
Yeah.
I'll be alright. I'll you know, I'll get myself together here. Oh my god, no, I won't.
No, you won't.
Oh, sorry, chat. Sorry, Squeaks. Worst time to get an itch when you can't reach it.
Just go bare necessities it, you little girl's blouse.
Oh, man. So, we're going to go on to a little bit of a switcheroo here now. When I asked you to come on, when I invited you to come on the podcast to be the first guest, because, quite honestly, if you don't know who Squeaks is, he is probably one of the most entertaining, story-driven, narrative streamers you can find on Kick, who is very, very, going under the radar. So I really wanted to get you on to be the first guest for a start, because you're one of those, probably V1 in a couple of people who you're going to be seeing in the coming weeks that I think should be making it. So, when I asked you to come on, I asked you to pick two games, right? The favourite game of all time, and at that time, your current game that was your favourite. Do you want to go into the one of all time and tell us a bit about it and how you got into it?
The one of all time is Mad Dog 2, The Search for the Lost Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. That game is my absolute favourite of all time, and it always will be, because since it was released, there has never been a game like it. The game literally takes 15 minutes to complete, but if you get shot once, you go all the way back to the beginning. Okay. There's no save points, there's no nothing, and it's filmed on a live movie set, and all you are is a little hand that floats around the screen holding a cowboy gun. And all the people that jump out at you are live actors jumping out, and they've put a hitbox around them, and you've got to shoot that hitbox to kill them. And if you get it wrong, they shoot you. And it doesn't matter, there's no difficulty level on it, there's no easy, medium, or hard.
Yeah.
It's just real life based. And it's a phenomenal game. It massively went under the radar when it came out. It was, I think it was originally the Panasonic 3DO that it was released on. Yeah, which at the time, which at the time was the PlayStation 1's main
competitor.
Yeah. And Panasonic never put the advertising into it that Sony did, so PlayStation became bigger, and Panasonic decided not to continue making games.
Which is really strange when you think about it, going back, thinking Sony, you think obviously now it's Sony, Xbox, PC, or AMD, Intel if you're a PC gamer, and going back then it was Sony and Panasonic. It's very weird to think about, you know what I mean? It's like when you think back to the Sega Dreamcast and the Nintendo, the SNES. Think about those iconic. It's really weird, nowadays, to think back, thinking, how the hell were they competitive?
Yeah.
Oh, let alone even making games. Can you imagine getting a Panasonic TV and thinking they made a games console? It's boggling as how much changed.
I've still got my Panasonic console in the cupboard.
Wow. Jesus, Nintendo just chilling without any competition. Yeah, that is true.
Yep.
They're just chilling there now. Nobody's going to be trying to get on their... they're just happy in third place. They got their own little bubble they're in, haven't they? Which is... it's really cool, because the niche games are good on Nintendo.
I've seen an advert for the original Game Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier. And apparently it was a movie clip or something. And they were like, cool, we're going to put Mario cartridges in with the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And the person they're trying to sell it to is like, no. Because if you go with Mario, you'll sell 300-400 to the people that play Mario.
Yeah.
Or if you go with this game, which is still in development, and he slots it into the machine and starts it up, and it was the original Tetris game.
Yeah, that's from the movie Tetris. I remember watching that.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I enjoyed that. It's mad thinking everything's like, just digital now. Obviously, you can still go and buy physical copies, but everything's pushing towards that physical side. It's really weird that in, say, 10, 20 years' time, you're not going to be able to go out and get yourself like a game cartridge like, I don't know, Pokemon or Call of Duty or any other type of game. You're not going to have a disc, you're not going to have a cartridge. It's just going to be online. It's really strange to think about, like, when you think back of your childhood, like with all the cartridges and, the keepsakes, the boxes and everything like that.
Why there's such a big push just now of keeping games online, and rather than shutting them down and making them no longer playable, having them with like one dedicated server, the 5 or 6, 10 people, 20 people that are still playing that game can still log on and play it. The thing for it's just hit its million votes for the European Parliament to have a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think back because obviously one of my big games when I was a kid was, I say a kid, like 2009-ish, was Deadpool the game. Don't know if you ever played that one? Like the overly sized titties and grotesque stuff. It was a real big cult classic. Well, they've taken off everything. It's no longer on Steam, it's no longer on PlayStation, it's no longer on Xbox, etc, etc. So the only way that you've got that game now is if you had a physical copy. Because they've been struck down by Marvel. Now they've got the Deadpool rights. So, yeah, that game is no longer playable unless you've got the disc for it. And it's just crazy to think that some company who buys that stuff can do that to a game that came out 20 years ago. You know what I mean? It's strange.
You can go into the whole Pal World fiasco with that. Because the makers of Pal World had the exact same thing in a game that they released, what was it, 2-3 years before Pal World became the success it is.
I think it was 3 years, yeah.
And it was only when they had the success of Pal World did they go, hang on a minute, that's using our mechanic.
That's
Pokemon. But it didn't bother them with a non-successful game.
Well, of course not. Why would it? You don't need to shut it down if it's not working. But if something works, you've got to shut it down. That's just looking after
you. If it works, break it.
Yeah, exactly. So, before we go on to the quiz section, which I think you're really enjoying, the chat's going to really enjoy, do you want to talk about the game that you told me was your favourite right now? Well, when I asked you to be a guest, I should say.
Clara Obscure Expedition 33.
Why do you think that game hasn't been as big as it should be in the streaming verse? Because there's not a lot of people playing it on Kick. And those you do see don't get many viewers. Why? Because I watch you play it. I call it grown-up Pokemon, basically. Which I know it isn't. And I know it pisses you off when I say that. I saw your eyes twitch a bit there. But why do you think it's not something that, viewers and gamers are streamers are getting into? Because it seems like a very top of the run, really. It looks like high budgeted original soundtrack. It looks like a great game that people would just jump on, like they did for, say, Power World. Why do you think they didn't?
People jump on Clara Obscure, but I think it failed on Kick because Kick developed from day one around shooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say there's 3 big ones with Kick. It was slots, shooters, and IRL. I'd say that'd be the 3 for them.
And the
80 people
podcast
watching.
Just now. 80 people watching it right now.
80. If you went and clicked on, say, I don't know, COD, thousands.
Yeah.
even say Daisy, there'd probably be hundreds of people watching. Like, it's really weird to have such a great game with great visuals, great sound. It's so underappreciated. And I got watched you play for it a few times on stream, and I enjoyed myself watching. Much enjoyed.
There's one thing I am loving with Kick is I have that niche of these are the games I love to play, and they are over here. They're such small games.
Yeah.
That I know when I grow a community or I get that follow and they don't come up with a sales pitch afterwards, like that person is there for a legitimate reason.
Yeah.
You know, it's that love of the game and this type of genre that I'm playing in, and they are an absolute follower.
Yeah.
Because it's what they're going to see. It's bringing something else to Kick that's not running around shooting people or gambling money or walking down the street.
Or trying to generally piss people off like a Jack Doherty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
280,000 watching GTA 5.
That's just a good comparison there. 280,000 people on Kick right now as we're streaming this are watching GTA 5, while only 8 people are watching Clay Obscura, which arguably you could say has better visuals, better soundtrack, and obviously it's a newer game, so it always boggles me because I see you play these games, so I'm like, what the hell is this? And I watch and I really enjoy it, and I look on Kick and I look at my categories, or I go to Twitch and look at the categories, and it's like, is it people sleeping or something? Like it's really weird. It's like, I just wanted to pick your brain on that because I know you're very much the niche game streamer when it comes to streaming. Yeah. So does it ever upset you, like depress you, or is it just like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, fuck the rest type thing? Which I know that's kind of your motto. Does it ever get to you?
Yeah. No, I grew up with playing games over on Twitch. I developed that thick skin because there's hundreds of people playing these games above me with more viewers. And it's very rare that people change it from low to high.
Yeah.
You know? So you're always way down there. You scroll to get to it. But here on Kick, I know if I just keep being me and keep being who I am and playing what I love to play and enjoying myself, I'll get there eventually. I'm not putting, I need to do it by the end of the year on or anything like that. It's just, I'm having fun playing
just along for the ride, right?
Yeah, I'm playing the games I love to play. And I'm talking to myself whilst I play them. The only difference is I'm pressing that go live button whilst I'm still sat talking to myself.
Yeah.
So, if anyone says to me, why do you stream? I'm like, because I would be sick talking to myself while I'm playing the game, so I may as well say to people, hey, if you want to listen to me talk to myself, or you want to chat with me, jump into the chat and do it.
And to those streamers who do let it get to them and let them get it, like, they let it get in their heads because they're not seeing the 20s, 30s, 40s, hundreds viewers, or they're not seeing the activity in chat. What's your message to them?
Just keep doing your thing, and eventually, one day it'll come your way. You know, it takes one big thing to happen. Pump out clips. Like, I have a backlog of clips that I have made, and I have not put them out on social medias yet.
Yeah.
I've not uploaded them anywhere. So just do better than I do and actually put the effort into it. I mean, I'm here all day. I don't work, and I still haven't done it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sat playing some form of game with someone, or
yeah, like Daisy earlier with the Gator Gang.
Yeah. Yeah. The Cock Alliance.
The Cock Alliance. Be strong.
Cock Alliance.
Right then, I think it's time for some trivia. Are you ready for this?
If I say no, can we not do it?
No, we're still going to do it either way, but are you ready?
Yep.
Right then.
Of course I'm not. I mean, yes, I am.
Hell yeah. Barbosa, you know what to do. Click the button as I click the screen.
It's time to pick your poison.
It's time to pick your poison here on the K1K Podcast. It's the time where we play trivia, 10 seconds of hell, or review bomb. You gave me an order on what you want to do this in, which I need to have a quick check, which you're going to see on screen just for a second. Poof. Trivia's first. There we go. Lovely, bubbly, jubbly. So if people who don't know, this is the game show section of the stream where you pick your poison, you pick the topics, and we go through each game section by section, seeing how you do. There will be a leaderboard as we get more guests on here, so no matter what you do, you can't fail because you're going to be top of the leaderboard, so no pressure.
Positive to everything.
So you want to do trivia trouble first, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
But does that really mean I'm on top if there's nothing below me?
Yeah, but you also... doesn't mean that you're on bottom because there's nothing above you. You know what I mean?
I am the one. I am the only.
Right, let's see if I've got this actually right. So, let's see if I got this to work properly. Trivia. See that? I did not get it right. I'm stupid. I'm really stupid. Jesus Christ. Trivia. Just drag it up, Dodge. Just drag it up. There we go. Can you see that on your screen? If you can't, you might have to put up the stream itself. Maybe this will help you. Hang on. I'm not going to be able to do that. Ignore me. I got this. I got
Who's
this,
the main character from Mad Dog
Hang on a sec.
to the Lost Gold?
Hang on a sec. I got this. If I change the stream that I'm streaming to here, can you see that? And then if I go like that, you should be able to see it, yeah?
Don't know, what are you changing? I've opened up the stream.
Oh, I changed it on in my Discord share screen, see if you can see it a lot clearer.
Yeah, it's clearer, but I still need to, like, lean right in, so I'll just pull up the stream.
You might want to not do that, because why is that doing that? Where'd you... Oh, that's because I did that. It's just Dodger being stupid. Ignore me. Right, so you good how you are, yeah? You found a way how to watch it?
Yep.
Cool. So, trivia time. Who is the main character of Mad Dog 2 The Lost Gold? These questions, by the way, are based on the 2 games you gave me before we started streaming. Is it A, Mad Dog McCree, B, Mad Dog McGee, C, Mad Dog McCready, or D, Mad Dog McDonald's?
Mad Dog McCree.
McCree. First one, yeah?
Yep. No, third one. Third. No, first one. It's all blur.
Give me a second here.
First, third,
Which one?
first.
This one, McCree.
I think it is. McCree.
McCree is correct. Second
Of course it is.
question. Which of these has the correct 4 character names from Claire Obscura Expedition 33? Is it Luna, Verska, Gustavo Meli? Is it B, Loon, Verso, Gavin and Machete? Loon, Verso, Gustave and Melilla? Or is it Lola, Bugs, Daffy and Taz? You're really struggling to see these, aren't you? How's it for you guys in chat? Can you guys read these? So if you look at the shared screen in Discord, it should be like full screen for you. The stream should be at least.
I've just got a black screen.
Yeah, I got you on that one. There you go. There you go. Is that better? I've done it again.
See, it's either 1 or 3, because I can't remember the spelling of Gustav's name.
That might be better, actually.
That's a lot better.
See, but I did use my brain eventually, chap. So, which one do you think it is? Now you can actually read them properly and I'm not an idiot anymore.
3.
You think it's C, yeah? Third one? This one?
3, yep, third one.
Okie dokie, that is correct. Mad Dog 2 was released in the year 1992, but in which year did the same exact game re-release on DVD video? Was it 2000, 2004, 2009, or 2003? He's pondering that one. Now, this is his favourite game of all time, so of course, no pressure in answering this question. Do you want me to repeat? Yeah, there it is. So just to repeat the question, it's Mad Dog 2 was released in the year 1992, but in which year did the same game re-release on DVD and video? And that is very key because it has re-released twice in its lifetime. So we're looking for the DVD video, not the Nintendo Wii version.
2000.
The year 2000?
Yep.
Okay, that is wrong. It is 2003, and fun fact, 2009 was the answer for the Nintendo Wii release. So we have got 2 right, 1 wrong so far. Hopefully Barbossa's keeping track for me. Oh, right, ready for question number 4?
Yep.
Okay, so what happens when a mysterious entity called the Paintress annually paints a number in Clair Obscura? Does the person who is at that age die? Do they vanish? Do they dance? Or do they shrink?
That would be so cool if they shrunk. No, they die.
They die?
They turn into petals, which is why the city is littered with petals.
Well, according to the game's wiki, they actually vanish. So you got that wrong, sir. The answer was B, vanish.
The game literally says to you it's their death.
According to
used wiki?
According to
you used wiki?
Not wiki, the Clair Obscura game wiki. I used the game's own wiki to find these answers, and it says that they vanish. You want to pull it up against them? You pull it up again. You take it out with the wiki over there. Maybe we give them a half a point. We'll see if more than one person in chat says half point. We'll give you half a point for that one. Because I do feel bad about that because it was the wiki that said that, not me. I did do research, and two wikis did say the same thing.
Wiki.
So, Barbosa, if more than one person says half a point, count back towards his points at the end. So far, he is on 2 out of 4 or 2.5 out of 4, if my math's correct. But for the final question of the trivia section, is this final big-ass question, which I know you have told me before, so I'm seeing how good your brain is, because you love the soundtrack of Clair Obscura. What is the name of the composer for the game Clair Obscura Expedition 33? That is the composer, not the artist, not the band, the composer for it all in one. Is it Lorraine Testard, Lorienne Testard, Lucien Testard, or Lorona Testard? And this is the one I said I feel really bad about when I did this question.
Lucien.
Lucien? Final answer?
Yeah, fuck it.
Lucien is the wrong answer. The answer is B, Lorien. So you got 40% of questions correct on that one.
Lorien's the name of the studio, not the producer of the music.
Hang on. I got you on that as well. Oh my god, I need to stop doing things that I don't need to do.
Lorien Studios are the people that make the game.
Lorien Testard is the composer for... Can you see that? You see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lorien Testard is the composer. It's just a fun little extra detail that, you know...
Yeah.
It's the same as the place that they...
Yeah, same as...
Just a fun little bit.
Studio. Yeah.
So, we move on to the second part of this, which is, you've got 2 options here. 10 Seconds of Hell or Review Bomb. Which one would you like to go for second? Half point. You're getting a half point, apparently, so you are currently on 2.5 points out of the available 5. And for...
Half point, half. point. You realise that game comes from the same person.
I do, it does. But do you want me to be nice, or do you want me to be a dick?
I'm just saying.
But yeah, which one would you like to do? 10 Seconds of Hell or Review Bomb?
Review Bomb for shits and giggles.
Review Bomb, okie dokie. So we're going to have 3 Steam reviews picked by our producer, Mr. Unpopular Cell, pop up on screen, which you are going to have to squint for because it's just a picture. Actually, I can get the picture up while I quickly do this. So for each one you get right, you get a point. Yeah, I got a picture here. I can just share that to you on Discord. So you're about to see the picture, and so is the chat. Here are the stream reviews. Can you tell me what games these are from? The first one is excellent in every regard, even if you haven't played the first 32 games. Can you tell me what game that one is? There's 3. I changed it to 3 by the way, so. Now these are 3 separate games. So the first one is excellent in every regard.
3 separate games. Okay, cool.
Even if you haven't played the first 32 games. Do you know what the...
Clara Expedition 33.
It is. Because the 4th one was so easy, you would have got the schedule one really quick. That is correct. It is Clay Obscura 33. I had to throw one in there. All these were found by Barbosa, by the way. Fucking awesome. So, the second one is 18 quintillion planets, and I still can't find any bitches.
No Man's Sky.
Yes, that is correct. It is No Man's Sky. And the last one, which Barbosa absolutely was howling at when he found it, was, I can't stop jacking. I'm serious. I see a port, and I have to jack it. Any opportunity to jack it, I do. I love it when the story makes me jack it. Honestly, I'm addicted to jacking it. Do you know who's jacking it in what game?
191.1 hours.
Oh, these aren't your playtimes. These are Barbosa's playtimes.
Yeah, these are whoever posted the review.
Yeah.
Playtimes. Yeah. And jacking it, that's either going to be Farming Simulator or Euro Trucker.
I'm going to need one answer from you.
I see a port and I have to check it.
I also have to check the answer here. Barbosa, let me know if he... Does he need a hint? Does he want a hint? Apparently the chat is offering you a hint. Would you like a hint?
Yeah, I'll take a hint.
It is neither of those 2 games. That is your hint. I can do better. I can do better than that.
I just want to say, Barbosa, you know how you said the other day when we were watching Dodger on Size, and you're like, that's not a hint. I'd like to quote yourself, didn't you?
Oh, God. Okay, so I'll give you a proper hint. In fact, does he want a hint? Yes. Barbosa, give him a hint in chat because you know I've never played in any of these games. So Barbosa will give you a hint in the chat and you have to see if you can get it. If you do accept his hint, it means half a point. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, you had my shitty hint, which was, it's neither of the 2 games you mentioned, and Barbosa is currently typing away. I can feel his fingers burning for his hint in the chat. He could just undeafen himself and say this hint to you as well. That would be quicker. But, you know, we're not very prepared on this podcast. We tried ever so hard to be, but everything failed.
The main color for the title screen is yellow.
There's your hint. The main title screen color is yellow. And if you want me to review the review again, I can't stop jacking. I'm serious. I see a port, I have to jack it. Any opportunity to jack it. If I do, I love it when the story makes me jack it. Honestly, I'm addicted to jacking it. And that is a game that has a main title screen that is yellow. That was the hint. And my hint was it is not Euro Trucker and it's not Farming Sim. So for half a point, can you name that game? The awkward silence as we wait for him, and he thinks and ponders.
Dun, dun, dun,
Now,
dun,
I have
dun,
this
dun.
I have this on very good authority, Barbosa, that this is actually really obvious when you think about it. At least that's what he said when he sent it to me. So, you should get this. I think, according to him.
When I jack it.
Yes. I can't stop jacking. I'm serious. I see a port, and I have to jack it. Any opportunity to jack it, I do. I love when the story makes me jack it. Honestly, I'm addicted to jacking it.
Obvious my ass. Read your fucking chat, boy.
This one is supposed to be the hard one, but he did say if you know, it's easy.
Yeah, if you know the answer to anything, the question's easy.
Yeah, he said if you know the game, it's easy. But this is meant to be hard. It's a lot harder than the other two, because the other two were quite easy when it came to your games, to be fair. Car Mechanic Sim is what Savage and Sim says in chat. Obviously, you can use the chat to help you here. I'm not going to tell you if anybody's got it right or wrong. Obviously, K1K Podcast in the chat is not going to give an answer, because that will be probably the answer. And I am going to have to push you here for an answer here soon.
Yellow title screen.
Yellow title screen. I'll give you a little
And it's a
more.
game
I'll give you a little bit more of a push. It was a big game,
A big game. with
which
a
should
yellow
narrow it
title
down a bit for
screen.
you because you don't play very many big games. And for anybody who's wondering if he has played this game, yes, we do check on the our friend on the guest Steam library if they've played these games or not, which is why we get the reviews from the games they've actually played. So he's 100% played this game. Ten, 9, 8,
Satisfactory is orange.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gonna need an answer.
I have
I'm
a
gonna
better
take
hint.
Savage on Sim's question answer.
Which
Have a
one?
better
No,
hint
yeah,
for you.
yellow would be Cyberpunk.
Correct, it is Cyberpunk. What's going on, Suze? How
Thank
you
you,
doing?
Savage. Thank
Yeah,
you, Savage.
you owe Savage a big. I think you owe her a sub tonight when she goes live. After that, it is Cyberpunk. Is that obvious now? I never played
Yeah.
the game. It is obvious. See, it is obvious. So you can, give Barbosa his props.
Yeah.
It wasn't that hard. It was. He did all right. He did a good job. He's a good producer.
Yeah, I never played Cyberpunk with that in it. I played with different skill trees. Never actually
So,
did that part.
The question
That's
is
skill tree.
now, because technically Savage answered for you. The question is now, do you get the half a point because you have the hints? Or do you get a quarter point because Savage literally gave you the answer?
I think if Savage comes on, she can have the point.
You think if Savage comes on the podcast soon, she should get the point?
Yeah.
That's up to Savage, and if you get the point, it's
Yeah.
half a point. We'll see what Savage says. I mean, I'm down for that agreement. Handshake deal. If Savage says
Yep.
she'll come on the podcast, then yeah, I'll give you the half a point. Don't make me decide.
Don't make me
Oh.
decide.
Well, by the end of this little game show part, we're gonna have an answer from Savage to see if you get half a point or quarter point for that. Oh, right.
Dun, dun, dun.
So with that one done, that means, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for something you guys are not going to see on your screen, because it's 10 seconds of hell. You are going to get 10 seconds, which you're going to get buzzed by at the end of the 10 seconds by Barbosa with one of his favourite sound bits in Discord, which will probably be either annoying or funny. We'll see which route he wants to go with. But yeah, you're going to have 5 questions, and you have to name each question after I give one in 10 seconds. So basically, it's like what you prefer, red or blue, and you'd have to give me, kind of like that game that you see on Friends before, if you ever watched Friends. Yeah? You understand the rules of the game? Basically, it's pressure.
The color.
Well, ironically, your first question is, in 10 seconds, can you name 3 colours that appear in a rainbow?
Blue, red, and green.
Yes, correct. Second question. In 10 seconds, can you name 3 Scottish mountains?
No.
Can you give me any of them?
Monroe.
Monroe is
They're all called the Monroes.
Monroe is one of the answers. There's a nut. Your timer's up. You could have had Ben Nevis, Ben Madacuhi, Barrack, Kerr Tour, Segur and Lachlan Uain, Claire Gorm, Anok Berg, Anok Moore, Ken Moore Derg, Ben Lawyers, or the one you did say. So you did get one of those. And I am here. You'll get 1 point for every prompt you complete. So we'll see how many you get at the end of here. Right, ready for question number 3? This is going to be a bit more difficult. You have to name 4 things this time, not 3. Can you name 4 types of ice cream?
Ben & Jerry's, soft scoop, vanilla, cookie dough.
Okay, I was looking more for flavours, but do we allow that?
The technically there I gave you 5.
I mean, you did give me 5. We're going to... Oh, it'll be Pink Pony Club. Shut up. Suze, don't put that into the atmosphere. So yeah, we got that one good. Okay. So let's see how well your remembrance is, because this is a question that you've already kind of answered. Did you say types?
Yeah, you did.
I did say types, but I was expecting, mint, chocolate.
Flavors.
That's my fault for word the language I used.
Flavors.
Can you name me 4 main, and that's main characters, not side characters, main characters from Claire Obscure Expedition 33? 4 characters, main characters. Go.
Gustav, Melina, the Paintress.
Paintress is not a main character, she's a villain.
The Paintress is a main character. She's
You're wasting
the
time
main
here.
villain
Wasting
of the
time
thing.
here. No, Voldemort's not a main character in Harry Potter, is he? No. So I'll give you an extra time there because you gave me 2. So can I have another 2, please, in 5 seconds?
No, because I can't remember the other 2.
Okay. You could
Well,
have had...
technically there's another 3.
You got Gustav
Or
and
there's 4, but he dies.
You got...
Well,
did...
technically then you wouldn't
Oh my
count
God.
Gustav as a main character because he dies so early in the story.
But he's still considered a main game according to, again, the game's site. You could have had Gustav, Melee, which I'm guessing is the Melee that you said.
Monaco!
You could have had Lune, Skeel, Monaco, Verso, Renor, Esquire, or Sophie.
Renwar's a bad guy as well. Not a main character.
Well, according to their site, he's a
He's
main
the
character, but the
Paintress.
Paintress is not. According to
He's
their
the Paintress's
site.
husband. He's the Paintress's husband in the story.
Jesus. I'll give you 2.5 points for that. Just so we stop the I'll give you 2.5 for that. I don't know how these points work. Barbosa's working this round out because he did DM me it, but I honestly do not understand it. So he'll work out how many points.
Lied. The wiki lied. Your
The wiki
producer
lied.
said it.
Oh,
not
don't
me.
say this to me. Oh, my producer should have helped me a bit more preparing for these questions then, shouldn't he? Okay, for your final question on this one, which is going to be 5, I'm going to need 5. And you cannot give me, when I ask for these, if I ask you something, you cannot just say the number. I'm going to need the letter with the number as well, okay? So for the final question, which again, your points will be added up by Barbosa for this, because honestly, I didn't understand the get 1 point for every prompt. Is that if he gets 1 point for each colour that he said in a rainbow, or is that 1 point for getting all 3 colours in a rainbow? It's a little confusing. So he'll work out the points at the end of this. So last question: can you name 5 types of dice you use in Dungeons and Dragons?
A D4, a D6, a D8, a D10, a D20, a D100.
Okay, you've already named me 5. There we go. That's it. That's all the questions for me. Oh, the last one. If you do log into Kick, who should you be following?
Really complicated one. The D10's a really complicated one because there's your lower D10s and the higher D10s. Technically, that's 2 in 1.
According to the rules of Dungeons and Dragons Online, there are D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, D20, D50, D100, and in some very rare cases, D150, which I didn't know about. So yeah, you definitely got those. I thought I might throw you off a bit there, because I thought you might be like, oh, is this going to be some weird thing because I said 4 types? So you might be like shapes and stuff, but no, you went for it. So yeah, there we go. Bobbers will add up your points and put it in the chat, or he'll undeafen and let us know how many points you got in total. How was that? Did you enjoy that?
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Nice. Did chat enjoy that? That's another thing. Did chat enjoy that?
It's very strange because you've turned your webcam off in Discord. I'm looking over there at the other screen and seeing you.
Yeah, I had to turn it off so you could see the things I was... What am I even sharing right now? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Sir, you have scored 9 total points from all 3 games.
9 points total.
You get 1 point for every correct answer. 2 of those were half points, so they combined together to make 1 full point. For the 10-second questions, you get 1 point for each time you correctly or successfully finish a prompt. So, like, say the first one was name 3 colors of the rainbow. If you actually name 3 colors of the rainbow, that's 1 point. If you only name 2, that's no points.
Okay. So you have 9 points from this whole thing. Solid amount, yeah? Chat's saying it's solid. Savage says it's solid. 9 points. I'll add that to the leaderboard.
Yeah.
I'll add that to the leaderboard when I make the leaderboard. I'm going to have to remember that. 9 points. So, yeah. At the current time, you are our leader on the leaderboard. How are you feeling? Let's go. The winner will get... The winner at the end of this season, which is probably going to be the end of the year, unless something happens to me. God forbid, not would. The winner will be getting 5 subs. So, hopefully if you're still top by then, you'll get 5 subs for winning the leaderboard of the quiz. So that could
For
be
some
cool.
clarification, that is 9 points out of a possible 13 total.
9 out of 13. Not bad at all.
Not bad.
Hell yeah. Let's quickly just swap back. Actually, quickly before we do, anybody in the chat who's got any questions, it's nearly time for the Q&A for Squeaks. So get your questions in while I play Scissor Wheel once more. Boom.
I mean, I can see why if you make it to the top, you never want to come down. I mean, we would want to make this climb again. Maybe if you're in like a fast travel portal or something. Oh. No! Oh. No!
Spray and pray, Squeak, spray and pray.
I'm working on it. Prayer didn't go through. God's not listening. Oh! No, 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 no. You should get on stock, you should get on money. Yeah, you can have some extra. Can I get out, please? I'm about to get orders, and Angela, move the fuck out of my way. Come on. Oh. Oh. We don't have to go in here, we don't have to go in here. Ah!
Your face at the end of that one is so funny. It's just pure defeat. It's just pure defeat. Oh,
First try.
Right then, Q&A section. I've got a couple of questions I do want to ask you as well, but we are going to go to the chat first. If anybody does have a question for Squeaks you ever want to ask, be funny, it can be sexual, it can be whatever you want. It's Squeaks, he doesn't really get offended by much, so ask whatever you want to ask at all. If there's a game you wanted to play, if there's anything you want to know about his streams, etc., his personality, why he's got square-shaped glasses instead of round-shaped glasses, stuff like that, why his hair is semi-pink, semi-blonde right now. Anything you want, ask away. And if anything is too graphic, Squeaks will just shut it down straight away. Hopefully, it is to your discretion if you want to answer these. So the first question comes from Savage on Sims, which is, what was the first video game you remember playing?
Snowboard Kids.
Snowboard Kids?
The Nintendo 64. Lying on the floor with my dad. We were racing down the mountain. Split screen. And we had a dog called Penny. And Penny helped me out by pissing on my dad's back.
So your dog helped you win a game by pissing on your dad's back. That is a very Squeaks type thing to say. It's very Squeaks. So Barbosa asks, what's your body count?
It's been found, none.
Okay. What was your first video game console that you owned yourself that you purchased with your own money?
PlayStation 4.
The 4? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have hazarded a guess you would have bought like a DS or something for yourself.
I did buy the DS, but it was the second one I bought after the PS4.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
A couple of questions I've got is there a sponsor you've ever wanted to go for that you just haven't because you don't think you're going to get it? The only reason I ask that is because you like playing with that freshen up cup today. That's the only reason I ask.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love their flavors, and my biggest problem is I'm out of flavors that came in the tester section.
Yeah.
That I bought, so I'm probably just gonna fill it with blackcurrant juice until I get paid, and then I'll buy some more.
I bet the little tubes that Sai got me, they sent me in the mail, which by the way, again, thank you, Sai, that was fucking awesome of you. I just like keep like tapping like little bits of powder into some water sometimes, just so I get a little bit more taste of it, because I can't get any right now.
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah, that's literally one of them I had. Is that the blue raspberry? It is the blue raspberry one. I think I had that one, the
one
black cherry and something else. I can't remember what the other one was.
Yeah, that's the one I've been drinking through this. The blue Riz, the sour blue Riz.
See, I need to get some of that citrus cum shot or whatever the hell the actual name of it is. I need to try that one. Because I like lemon lime and stuff. So yeah, as long as if it's not like very strongly orange tasting, I really like the citrus ones. Okay, again from Barbosa, we've got, what is the least healthy thing you've ever done? Are we talking exercise? Are we talking food? Are we talking drink? What are we talking about here? Or do you want all three? May as well just answer all three, cover the bases.
Exercise-wise, I walk about 100 steps a day. That's pretty unhealthy, apparently.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me though.
I thought you were just going to say just sit in your bed for 2 hours straight after a whiskey bender a couple of months ago. I thought that's what you were going to say. I'm not going to lie, for exercise.
No, when I get drunk, I sleep for like 2 days straight.
Yeah, we were worried about
you.
It was like 72 hours or something, like 80 hours. Nobody had heard from you. And I just rang you and like, yeah, I'm asleep. Okay, I'm going back to bed. And then you slept for another day. So it was like 4 days straight after a whiskey bender.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably your most unhealthiest exercise.
Yeah.
So what did you say for food? What's like your go-to most unhealthy food?
Papa John's extra large meat feast pizza.
You
I'll
couldn't
just sit and scoff the whole lot myself.
Couldn't have even picked a good pizza place, just Papa John's. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair play.
It's unhealthy, it's greasy, it's fat.
It is. It's just gorging out, isn't it? It's just something I just love doing it. Oh, maybe that's why I've put like 4 stone on in the last year. Like I used to have muscles, man, and now I'm just I look down. I'm like, is my penis still there?
Breathe in.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
I try that, and I can
still
just
can't
about.
tell. Still can't tell.
Yeah, I just about see the tip. Just one stray pubic hair is all I see. Oh man. And on the note of that kind of thing, what is your favourite food?
My favourite food.
I'm gonna guess pizza because every time I ask you, you go, I'm putting something in the air fryer. It's always pizza. But what is your favourite food?
My favourite food would be my mum's homemade lasagna.
Okay. What kind of meat does she use in that? Beef, pork, chicken?
A bit of everything.
Okay.
She mixes it all up in one big bowl, throws in some veg, and then layers it all out with sauce between them.
Hell yeah. So,
Okay.
so what you're saying is your mom's lasagna is better than Nona's lasagna. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Suze.
Yeah, but my go-to food for me, because I live on my own, is just a pizza to shove in the air fryer, because it's fast and easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, every time I'm like, you go, I'm gonna put some food in. You better get back. I'm like,
Pizza.
what we eating? Pizza. Which I can't talk because
Yeah.
every time anybody else asks me what I'm like, what have I ate? I've had a pizza typically.
Pizza.
Because you know those ISO
I'm
ones are
probably-
cheap and they're really good.
Yeah, when we finish here, I'm probably just going to go shove some pizzas in the air fryer.
Which, by the way, let me know if it's getting too late for you because I know you were a little iffy about the time we started.
Yeah, I thought we were starting at 9, and then he's like, no, 10.
Yeah. Also, I realised I tweeted at the wrong time because since me making that promotional artwork, we've had daylight saving time and we've gone back an hour, but America stayed the same. So it was not 6
Yeah.
p.m. For Eastern, it was 5 p.m. because of fucking daylight saving time. Fucking daylight saving time, man. Oh god.
Slap on a wrist.
I didn't realise until Savage was like, "That's in an hour" when we were in the other chat. Oh man.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll go on to that really quick. Mentioning Savage. What's one multiplayer game or community game that you really want to do on stream with a bunch of creators? And if you do, which game would it be in? Who would you want to do that with? Like, is there like a person you haven't played with before, who's a streamer maybe that you really want to play with, like you could realistically get with?
I would love to play The Forest.
The Forest.
With
Okay.
with a good group of people.
And
It's a game, I have both of them,
yeah.
and I'm not fussed about who I play it with. It can be played solo, which is how most people have played it, but I would rather do it as like it's in my community games section,
Yeah.
but in there's 7 Days to Die, Baldur's Gate, DayZ, Demonologists, Drive Beyond Horizon, Elite Dangerous, Enshrouded, Truck Simulator, The Forest, Ghost Watchers, Helldivers, Labyrinth, Nightingale, No Man's Sky, Phasmophobia, Pico Park, Ranch Simulator, Remnant 2, Repo, Schedule, Sons of the Forest, Sunken Land, Supermarket Together, Trophy Fishing 2, Unepic, and The Voyage of Nara.
I heard Supermarket Together there, and all I can remember is when you were away doing your airsoft zombie LARPing. All I remember
Yeah.
when you said Supermarket Together then was you messaging Savage while there saying, I need to teach you guys how to run a store.
Yeah,
When are you going to teach us to run a store?
we're not all rich streets.
I mean, she's right. You listed off all those games. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you've gifted me half of those games just because you want me to
Yeah.
play them with you.
Our supermarket failed.
Yeah. It didn't fail. We just beat up everybody outside so nobody came in.
Yeah,
Me and Cap on the door were the
Destroying
best
your
security
quiet mates.
because nobody could get in to buy anything to rob it. Oh. Oh man. Yeah. Any more questions in chat? We got time for a couple more. If you're game for a couple more.
yeah. I'm good.
I know I've got a couple more. What is your favourite movie franchise? When I say franchise, I'm not talking you know, like stuff that's in the same universe, but it's not the same. So if you said Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts franchise, what are the other? Because they're not the same thing. They're separate entities. You know what I mean? So I'm talking like a trilogy. So if you said Star Wars, it's 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, not the whole thing. What's your favourite movie type style of
The
that?
extended Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings? 70s, did you say?
No, the extended Lord of the Rings.
Oh, extended. I thought you said 70s.
No,
Oh.
that would be a cartoon.
Yeah, but I was going to say, that's a
Yeah,
weird one to pick
cartoon
for
one
cartoon
came
one. So like, you talk about Fellowship, Twin, and Return of the King. Yeah, those are cool. Yep. Some decent ones. Yeah, I like those. Yeah. I'm not going to ask Star Wars or Star Trek. Well, actually, let's ask for the chat. Star Wars or Star Trek? Because I know you're a big Trek fan. I know you are with the movies.
I would go Stargate SG-1.
Stargate instead of Star Wars or Star Trek.
Yeah.
Stargate, straight up. Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm with Savage there. I'd say Star Wars. It's just there's more. There's just more there with Star Wars. You know what I mean? Just more to watch.
Stargate.
Stargate's a good shot, though. Yeah, it's a good series. Yeah. Did we ever do a movie of Stargate?
Yeah. There's 4 different movies.
Oh, okay. Fair play.
Yeah, there's the original movie, and then there's the ones that have come through the 10 seasons.
Okay. I'm getting some answers in the chat as well. He's Savage to Star Wars. Barbosa can't make his mind up like usual. What other question can we quickly ask here?
See, if I was to go Star Wars or Star Trek, I'd have to say Star Trek because I'm a generation for... Yeah.
I was going to say, like, Star Trek has got a lot of TV series, but the movies... Well, they've got a lot of movies as well, but up until recently, like, those recent movies were good. The other ones, I can't go back and watch. Whereas Star Wars, I can go back and watch 4, 5, 6 and enjoy myself. That's where I typically lay my head on when it comes to that kind of option. So which one can I go back and watch?
Captain Janeway and Picard.
Picard, okay. I'm a Picard fan. To be fair, that was Picard was Patrick Stewart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Then yeah. If you could live in any universe from fiction, we're not going to go games. We're going to go from like TV, film, fiction. Which universe would you live in?
TV and film fiction.
Yeah. So we are talking your Star Wars, your Star Treks, your Stargates. Your Family Guys, your Simpsons, Pokemon. Your Harry Potters, your Lord of the Ringses, all those kind of things.
TV and... What, sorry?
Wait, what? Oh, TV and movies?
TV and movies.
Yeah, so we'll say the entertainment universe instead of gaming universe. You could be just plonked into any TV show or film. You know, like if you could just be plonked.
I'd have to go Trekkie just to be on the holodeck.
The Star Trek holodeck? Okay.
I want. Yeah, because then I can be in any fucking universe I want.
That's one of those. That's kind of like answering like if you could have a wish from a genie, what would you say? I'd wish for all the wishes. That's kind of one of those answers, and I hate that you've just skimped out like that. But we're gonna allow it. And then same question for gaming universes. If you could be in any gaming universe, which one would you be plonked into? And then we'll get to Barbosa's question as well, and we'll end it on that one as well after you answer this one. Oh, that wasn't a question he was asking. You're a normal person. You're just in the universe. You're in your house that you're in right now, but you're in their universe. Hey, Steve's in the chat. How are we doing, Steve? Welcome to the K1K Podcast. So we've got Squeaks on as our guest. This is the Q&A section. If you've got any questions for Squeaks, put them in the chat. We've only got time for a couple more, though, because he's hungry, I'm hungry, and it's getting late. It's already dark outside.
Go for a main character. Make it a bit more fun.
So, Barbosa, did
Rather
you
than
choose
just
you'd
be
be a main
holding
character
back.
in that universe? Okay. So,
Yeah.
and which gaming universe would you like to just be plonked into if you could? Like, you wake up tomorrow, you open your door, what universe are you in? Gaming-wise?
An epic.
On Epic?
Yep.
I'm going to need
It's a side-scrolling game where the guy's playing D&D at the start of it.
Okay.
He goes to the bathroom, and when he opens the bathroom again, he's just in a dark hallway, and he's plucked. He walks down the hallway and appears in the D&D universe that he was playing.
Okay. You had to work? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Steve. Oh, man.
That sucks.
Excuses, yeah, excuses. We've seen him in chats when he's been at work before. Excuses. No, you like handling that moist meat at work, Sir Steve. Don't worry, mate. We understand.
It's all right. You can watch it on YouTube because I
Yeah.
found it out when it started. It goes up there as well.
Yeah, it's going to be going on to my YouTube channel, which you can put in the chat right now, exclamation point YouTube. Each and every K1K podcast will be going on there, so just in case you miss out on it. You're in a skip band. Actually, Steve, I actually have an emote just for you that I put in my chat. I can't see it. Where is it? There it is. That is my sub emote just for you. That is an emote just for you. Excuses for every time you say, "Oh, nobody let me know you guys were doing community game night." That is literally an emote I made just to put in your chat for when you say that. But last question. Out of your friends, okay. First off, I will fight you. Fight me anytime, Steve. You should come on the podcast, Steve. Apply in my Discord, exclamation point Discord and chat. Also, by the way, check out the pin link if you're not following Mr. Squeeze Profane before and you've loved getting to know him today. Go and click that link and follow him because he does stream semi-regularly. Sometimes it's a bit if and miss because obviously we don't do the heat and it's summer. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to pick three. You've got a choice here from the people in chat who obviously all your friends right now. Well, hopefully they're all your friends. You don't just hang around with us just because you do. The others are. Including myself and them, pick 3 people right now. I'll cry.
Well, you, because I have no fucking choice, apparently takes it down to 2.
No, I said you could pick out of everybody and me. Like you could pick out of all of us. So pick 3 people from chat or myself. So you got a list of you got Gator who's in here, you got Suze's in here, Cap's in here, Seeb's in here, Barbosa's here just under a different name, Savage is in here, I'm on your screen, hello. Pick 3 people from that list.
Savage, Gator.
So Savage, Gator. I'm gonna okay. Daughter, I will come for you. You'll find out in a second, Savage.
I'm not even going to say your name because you're like including me.
No, I'm not including you. Just 3 people other than yourself who are in the chat,
and
I'm
hot
included.
stuff.
So you go with Suze, Savage, Gator.
Hot stuff.
Nurse hot stuff, good old Gator, Savage on Sims, yeah? Fuck, marry, kill. Go. Fuck, marry, kill. Nurse hot stuff, good old Gator, Savage on Sims. Savage, I said just wait for it. That's why I didn't say anything. Want to see who he picked. No skimping out here either. No politic answers.
Fuck the nurse for the sexy uniform.
Okay, we're Dodge's bullet. we're fucking Sue, so you're either marrying Savage or Gayer or killing the other one. Okay.
Sexy nurse outfit. Come on. Hello.
We fucking need that shit. Yeah, Squeaks is trying to just... I can't bend that far, my belly will pop up into the camera and poke your eye out. So we're fucking nurse hot stuff because of a nurse uniform. This would be a very bad time for Nurse Hot Stuff to come back from the toilet or something and just hearing those words being spoken.
And just because Savage says I'm killing you, now I'm going to marry you and I'm going to kill your husband.
Okay, so we're fucking Nurse Hot Stuff, we're marrying Savage, and we're killing Gator and Moustache forever. Okay, now you're going to have to deal with that when you go into a Discord call with all three of them later on, and the aftermath of that. So that's going to be fun for you. But yeah, so that's how I'm going to end each podcast from now on. Not for Stash. Rip Stash in chat. 07's in chat for the Stash. That's how we're going to be ending the podcast each time. I'm going to ask them to name 3 people they know in the chat. And I'm going to be, obviously, one of those people you can choose as well. I mean, that's going to be the question. Fuck, marry, kill. And that's how we're going to end the stream like that. Brutal. Indeed. Yeah, press F in chat for
F in chat for Stash.
Stash.
The Stash is gone.
So, yeah, did you enjoy yourself? Was it fun?
Until the end there, yeah.
Yeah, it's meant to be, yeah. Oh, man. Once again, if you've not checked out Squeeze Profane, he's an awesome streamer, very underrated, deserves a lot more love. He's probably the best place to go on Kick for narration, and also if you love a good limerick, because his channel points, you can redeem a limerick, and they're actually really fucking funny sometimes. Which he's going to pull out the book now. Should we do a quick one before we go? Do you want to just randomly just flick to a page and just give us the limerick?
Diseases. Remember those 2 of Albert's who connected the thing that they pissed with? She sat on his lap, but they both had to clap. And they cursed with the thing that they kissed with.
So if you love that kind of stuff, and you love a good narration stream, there's not a lot of narrators streamers out there anymore. But you are probably one of the best ones. And also if you love a good time, and if you like hearing, fuck me daddy, every so often in blurps, it's the place to go. So go check out Squeeze Profane on Kick. Thank you all for joining us.
Or just come and hang out in Discord, because it's non-fucking stop there.
Indeed. So, yeah, is there anybody live who you want to go raid out to? Anybody on your list? Any other friends or anything like that you want to go raid out to? I know...
Bite me, daddy.
That one. Thank you, Melissa.
Yeah, let's go to Silencer, because I gifted him the game he's currently playing.
Yes, you did. I saw that on Twitter earlier on. I was going to mention that, actually. So, yeah, we're going to go right out to P Silencer. You should know him. I was on there yesterday, funny enough. So, he's going to think this is actually me doing it, or you. I probably going to think it's both of us. But, yeah, go check him out. I had a great time last night on his Great Games We Played podcast. It was awesome. So, yeah, go check out the game that he's playing right now. Go check out P Silencer. We're about to raid into him. Squeaks brought him this game on Steam. He gifted it to him, and Squeaks, humbly and graciously, thank you for being on here. Thank you for being our first guest. There could only be one first, and I'm glad it was you. Thank you again, my friend. And yeah, we'll see you next time, guys. Love ya. Next week, come check us out. Waiting for the guest still to get back to me, so I won't drop that just yet. But check out Twitter for your updates on there. Love ya. Ta-ra. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love ya. Mwah.